Brooke? What does it say?
Keep my nose out of it.
Are you sure? Are you absolutely positive these are correct?
Yes.
I can't believe this.
Brooke?
It says that you're the father, Nikki. Ridge.
You were so sure, so positive this was my child. How is this even possible?
I don't know. I don't know how this happened.
I had even convinced myself this was my child. In my mind, he was Ridge Forrester Jr. I had so many plans for all of us. I thought we had it all, Logan.
So did I.
Now it just seems like some kind of sick joke. I just have one question. Why?
I don't know why this happened, Rich.
It's just not right. You don't love Nick.
No. I love you.
This was supposed to be our child.
You have no idea how much I wanted that.
But I do.
Rich.
I wanted this more than I ever wanted anything in my life, Logan. I could see this boy. He was so real to me. Our boy. Our son. When I looked in his eyes, I could see a perfect reflection of you and me. Our love. A lifetime of loving each other. We deserve that.
Yes, we did.
Now I just feel like we've been robbed. Like someone has taken something so precious from us. I want it back. Only that's never going to happen, not after this. God, we were such fools thinking that things were going to turn out the way we thought they would.
Don't say that.
It's true, though. It's true, though. It really is. It's it. I love you. I wanted a family with you. That's all I wanted more than anything. Now you're having my brother's baby.
Rich, I'm so sorry.
There's really only one thing we can do, Logan. think you know what that is?
Don't say it, Ridge. I know I've disappointed you. I've let you down. I've let us both down.
Oh, Logan.
That's true. You've given me so much. Times that I'll cherish for the rest of my life. But I always wind up hurting you. Hurting both of us. And it's just gotta stop. Now.
What are you doing?
I've put you through so much already. The sooner I leave, the sooner you can get on with your life.
No, Logan. Look, there's something you need to know about us and our future.
There is no future. I'm sorry, Ridge. I'm sorry for the pain that you're in. And the life that we're not going to get back because of me. Because of what I did. And I let you down again. Even worse this time. God, no wonder you're ashamed of me. I'm ashamed of myself.
I'm not ashamed of you, Logan. I'm in love with you. And somehow we're gonna get through this. And we're gonna get through it together, do you hear me? Logan, you all right? I'm not going anywhere. And neither are you.
I've put you through so much. I don't deserve a life with you.
Hey. You don't deserve what happened today. Neither of us do.
This child that I'm carrying, we were so sure it was ours.
Listen to me. I want you to know right here and now that this is where I want to be. Right beside you. Working this all through together, okay?
But this... I can't ask you to...
You're not asking me anything. I'm just telling you this right now. I want to be with you. I want to be with you right here. We're gonna have this child. And we're gonna love him. Yeah, I wish with everything inside me he was mine. But I am so in love with you, Logan. I'm so in love with you. How could I not love your child?
You make it sound so simple.
No, there's nothing simple about any of this.
Really believe we can make it work.
Because I believe in us.
It just seems so unfair. the sacrifice that you would have to make. It tears me up inside to think what you would be giving up.
I've never claimed to be a saint. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm not hurt and angry because I am. But you didn't deceive me, Logan. You didn't deceive me, and I know this is not your fault. This is not your fault.
I can't believe you're accepting this. You're really forgiving me. Why?
You really don't know.
I know that I've never loved you more than I do at this very moment.
And that's what it's about, isn't it? Your love for me, and my love for you. And our ability to work through anything that comes at us, Logan. Anything at all. I see this as a big test. As a test of our commitment to each other. No, we're not going to have a child of our own. But a child is coming into our lives. It's going to mean a lot of adjustments. And we're going to make all those adjustments our way. We're going to make them together. Because for me, there is no life without you. And until the day I die, I'm going to love you, Brooke Logan Forrester. And if the world wants to put that up for a test to me, or a test to you, then I say bring it on. Because our love is going to survive. It's going to survive no matter what.
Thank you.
Getting Catherine to take the kids out to dinner?
For being here after everything you found out today.
I know it isn't going to be easy. A lot of things to be ironed out. A lot of feelings to be sorted through. But Logan, I'd rather face all the doubts and questions in the world than spend the rest of my life without you.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
I promise you, you won't be sorry.
I'll call Edward in the morning. Have him start sorting through all the legal details. Hey, since we know you're having a boy, we can start work on the nursery. We'll get that going as soon as we can.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. I just think we shouldn't waste any more time thinking about what should have been, could have been, might have been. Let's just concentrate on making this thing work. What do you say? Which reminds me, I gotta take care of something before it turns into a problem.
What's that?
It's not a what, it's a who. My mother. So I'll be back in a little bit.
Nick?
Mind if I come in?
For sure.
You okay?
I think I cried more tears tonight than I ever have.
Sorry.
I really didn't expect this.
Well, I suppose no one did.
Least of all Ridge.
I noticed his car wasn't out in the driveway.
No, he left just a few minutes ago.
I guess I came over to say, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I know it is. Actually, it's gonna turn out better than I even hoped.
I was wondering if I'd hear from you tonight.
I had a feeling you'd be anxious.
Have you had your dinner?
I'm fine.
We are going to get through this, you know.
Damn right we will.
So you're going to stay here tonight?
Mother, I'm not leaving the house.
Oh, you mean Brooke is moving out? Okay.
I hate to disappoint you, but she's not going anywhere. She's staying right where she is, with me.
Well, that's good that you feel that way, that you think everything can work out.
I didn't at first. Not when I saw the look in Ridge's eyes when he first found out. But he's taking the high road. No more fights about what should have been or any bitter resentment. Just a clean break.
Clean break, huh?
He's going to focus on putting all of this behind him. He doesn't want to make me feel guilty or blame you for ruining his marriage.
Wow. Well, I gotta give him credit for that. I'm not quite sure I could do the same thing in his place.
Well, the most important thing to Ridge is that this baby has two parents that love him and want him.
You know he will.
I was afraid I was going to have to do it alone. But it turns out this baby's going to have a daddy after all.
Well, I wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm glad to hear that. So you don't mind that Ridge is going to raise your son?
Ridge?
That's what I was talking about. What did you think? Oh, Nick.
You said Forrester left.
Yes, but he went over to tell his mother that he was going to stay with me and raise this child as his.
As his? That ain't gonna happen.
You're staying with Brooke.
Brooke and I have been through plenty of rough times before.
Listen, you're talking about raising your brother's baby.
Yes, that baby is Nick's biological.
I don't think you've thought this through. Have you thought how you're going to react when Nick takes the baby away on weekends, summer vacations, holidays? Have you thought about what you're going to do when he and Brooke make a decision that you don't approve of or you're not happy about with that baby?
It's not going to happen.
That's very naive of you.
Once Nick gives up his legal rights...
You mean he's agreed to do that?
Not yet. But he will.
That's asking an awful lot.
Mother, look, the bottom line is Nick wants what's best for everyone. And in this case, that's Brooke and me raising this child with hope, with Thomas, with my girls.
Well, you and Nick may think that's the best thing, but you're never going to convince me. I gave Taylor my word that her children would be safe and secure. And that does not include living in a household that's going to end up being torn apart.
Torn apart by what?
By a father who wants his son. And by a grandfather who's going to be caught in the middle between two sons. Do you think it's not going to eat at you every time you look down at that little baby and you see your brother's face? What kind of a life is that for you? What kind of a life is that for your children?
You were willing to step aside.
Yeah, when we thought it was Forrester's kid, but these test results have sort of changed things.
They didn't change my love for Ridge or his love for me. He's willing to look past the baby's paternity.
Well, I'm not.
Even if it means that Ridge and I would have the chance that we've been waiting for, to build a life together, to have a family.
I don't want to get in the way of that.
Nick, that's exactly what you'd be doing if you fight us on this.
Well, who's fighting, really? For crying out loud, I'm just trying to get my sea legs here. Let this all sink in. But I see you and Forrester have gone ahead and mapped out the next 20 years of our lives.
You wouldn't be excluded. Of course you would have a say in all of this.
Oh, I'll have a say in this. I'm going to make sure that my son knows who his father is.
Yes, of course he will.
Remember, I spent my whole life not knowing my father, and I will not have my son go through the same thing. Now, Brooke, I want to be fair here. You know, I'd do anything for you, but not this.
Think about what you're saying here. You'd be breaking up my family, tearing yours apart. Do you really think that would be good for this little boy?
I don't know what I think. I just know what I feel. And in my gut, I know I can't have another man raising my own flesh and blood.
Even if he'd be the best father a little boy could ask for?
I'm the best father my son could ask for.
Nick! Nick!
You don't think it's going to hurt me to walk away from the woman I love?
Honey, it takes a lot more than love to make a marriage work, believe me.
Brooke and I are not you and Dad.
Aren't you?
This baby is not going to come between us.
Yes, it is. And you know it is.
All right. So let's say I give up on my marriage, I divorce Brooke. What then, huh? Where am I left then?
I don't know, honey. But there's a whole world out there. And half of it is filled with women. Take a look around. Take a look at Samantha.
I should have known you'd get around to Samantha eventually, Mother. Do me a favor, will you? And give up on that. Give it up. Just...
Not until you do. Actually, I thought you had. I thought when you met Taylor, you know, that she just sort of took you off the fast track and taught you what life and love was really about.
You are not going to convince me to leave Brooke.
Do you have a death wish? I mean, is that what you want to do? Crash and burn? Because that's what's going to happen if you stay with this woman.
Do you ever get tired of spewing all of this garbage all the time? You never seem to cease.
Believe me, I'm sick to death of it.
Well?
But I'm not going to stop. I'm going to say it over and over again until you get it. You think that you can accept Brooke's infidelity. Well, that's very romantic and very naive. It's going to cost you dearly. Honey, I'm just trying to save you while you can be saved.
Nick, thank God you're back.
Thank God, is it? Well, you'd better start praying because he's the only one that's going to help you now.
You talk to Ridge.
I know what's going on.
Ridge is committed to this marriage, Stephanie.
And you're having his brother's child.
A child who will be raised by two people who are devoted to him and to each other.
That's good. Because the rest of his family is going to be at each other's throats for the rest of his life.
Going somewhere?
Make it a lot easier for you, wouldn't it?
There's nothing easy about this.
Well, it seems to me you're trying to make it easy for me. You and Brooke calling the shots. All I have to do is accept it.
Brooke told you?
And I don't want to hear it again.
Look, Nick. This is gonna be a challenge. A challenge for all of us. Those test results were a shock. It wasn't what I wanted to hear. But I am still very committed to Brooke, and I'm committed to raising this child.
Well, there's one little hitch, Forrester. The child's mine.
Yeah, he is. But we can work all that out. Custody, visitation.
Wait, what did you say? Visitation?
No one's gonna shut you out of your own son's life.
Oh, that's the smartest thing you said all day.
I didn't come here to argue.
Well, what do you want from me, Forrester? Want me to just wave bon voyage you and Brooke as you sail off into the sunset with my kid? That ain't gonna happen.
Nick, you said you wanted to do what's best for Brooke and this baby.
I don't want to cause a problem for you or her.
Doesn't have to be a problem.
No, I guess not. As long as I go along with your plan.
Look, I know this is not easy.
Turn it around, Forrester. Do you think you could turn your back on your children?
It's not a question of turning your back.
This is my child, and I'm gonna be part of his life. You know, I didn't have an old man growing up, Forrester, and I'm not gonna put my son in the same position.
Nick, I was raised by a man who turned out not to be my biological father. I have no regrets at all about that.
Eric Forrester didn't know that you weren't his son.
You don't think I could raise this child like my own and love it like my own?
It's not your responsibility.
Nick, I'm married to his mother.
And you got my word, I won't interfere with that.
But you are interfering. You've put yourself right in the middle of this.
Well, where would you like me to put myself? Ship off to Hong Kong and you and Brooke can send me postcards of Junior's first birthday? Maybe a few pictures every now and then.
You want to do right by your son. I do respect that.
Thanks a lot. Then why are you here?
Because we both want the same thing. This isn't a question of who's the better parent. It's a matter of making the best of a very bad situation.
The best for who? For my son? Or you?
Oh, here we go. Now you want to blame me for the demise of the Maronis.
You can stop it before it even starts.
How, Stephanie? Oh, wait, let me guess. I can save this family by ending my marriage.
It isn't going to survive one way or the other.
Ridge isn't going to abandon me.
And Nick isn't going to abandon his child.
Nobody is asking him to.
Yes, you are. You and Ridge want to raise this child on your own.
What is wrong with that?
Nothing. If that's what Nick wanted. But he doesn't.
You don't know that.
You do. You told him what you wanted, and he doesn't want to go along with it.
think if he just takes a little time to really think about this clearly.
Brooke, you have not thought how this is all going to play out.
It's going to be a little awkward at first.
It's going to be excruciating. Every time that family gets together, every birthday, every anniversary, Christmas, it's going to be absolutely excruciating the longer it goes on, until it finally reaches the point where everybody will want to avoid each other.
Ridge wants to adopt this baby.
He's doing that for you.
And you can't stand that.
That's not true. I don't want to see this family end up with nothing but unhappiness and disappointment.
Stephanie, you should have a little more faith in your son.
I'm going to put all my faith in you. I know you love him. I want you to prove it.
By giving him up.
Yes. Yes. He can't raise this child with you, Brooke. He says he can, but he can't. Every time he holds that baby and looks at its face, he's going to see his brother. And every time he goes to work, he's going to see his brother day in and day out. If you love him, you won't let him do this. It's your turn to save him.
You think I'm being selfish?
You need to stop and think about this.
I know what I'm doing.
You just found out that your wife is carrying my child. That's sort of a big deal.
And I could have come here to lay you out big time, Nick.
Well, that ain't happening anymore.
You're right. Because I think we can come to some kind of agreement.
I'm not making deals with my kid.
I'm talking about adoption.
What did you just say?
Come on, Nick.
You want to keep this conversation amicable. Don't mention that word again.
So that's it? You won't let us raise him?
We're talking about my flesh and blood here.
It's that simple for you?
No, it's not simple. It's not going to be simple.
It could be, Nick.
It won't be. It's been a long day. I'm sure Brooke's wondering where you are.
She's wondering what's going to happen to us.
Well, that's not going to get figured out tonight.
You don't get it, do you, Nick? You don't get it. I promised her that we'd get through this.
Well, she's very lucky, because most men would have jumped ship when they heard those
Luck
results.
has got nothing to do with it. It's about a choice. The right choice that I made for Brooke and me for this whole family, but you don't seem to give a damn about that.
I've apologized enough, Forrester.
I don't want your apology, Nick.
Well, I can't give you what you want. I'm not dumping my responsibilities.
Nick, I can be his father.
He's got one! I told you I'd leave you and Brooke alone. There's a child involved now, and it's mine. It sort of changes things.
Not for us. Not for us. Brooke and I are going to figure this out, Nick. Somehow we're going to figure this out. You know what? We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine.
You're asking me to give up everything that matters to me.
I'm asking you to stop thinking only of yourself.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. All these years that you've spent chasing Ridge, creating this fairy tale.
Stephanie, it's not a fairy tale. Ridge and I are going to work this out. We're going to work things out with Nick, and everything's going to be fine.
No, it's not. Trust me, I know that.
How?
I know how much you want this. You can see it right here in front of you. And you think that all you have to do is grab on, hold on. But it doesn't exist anymore. This all evaporated the moment you read those test results. The same way my life with Eric evaporated when I told him the truth about Ridge. I knew there was a chance about my baby. I'd slept with Moss. But I pushed it out of my mind. I pushed it aside. Just the way you're pushing Nick aside.
But you told Ridge and Eric that you didn't know.
I've never said this to anyone.
Oh my God. You lied.
I ignored my doubts.
Why are you telling me this now?
Maybe things would have been different. Worked out differently if I'd done things differently. I never gave Moss a chance to be a father.
Because you didn't love him.
That's true. I wasn't in love with Moss. I loved my baby, but maybe I didn't make the best decisions for him. Maybe I put my own selfish needs and desires first. Eric and I loved each other. So I told myself, it'll be all right. Everything will work out. And it did. For a long time. But the chickens always come home to roost.
My situation is different than that, Stephanie. Nick knows he's the father. I'm not lying to anybody.
Except yourself. Nick loves you. He wants to raise this child. The only thing that keeps that from happening is your need to hang on to Ridge. Don't do it. I know you love him. I know how much you love him. It's so much to sacrifice. So much to walk away from. It takes real strength. Real love. Selfless love.
I didn't hear you come in.
You were in the shower.
Well, you could have joined me.
How you doing?
I'm okay. Your mother stopped by tonight.
Why can't she just leave it alone? You know, I thought I was clear with her.
You were. She just wanted to talk.
She doesn't agree about our decision to raise this kid, you know.
No, but she does understand. And if anybody understands, it would be her.
I just don't want her stressing you out like this.
You don't have to worry about me.
We're gonna be fine, huh? And we're gonna get through this. It's been a long day. We should get some sleep.
Something wrong?
I'm just beat, I guess. Good night.
You sure nothing's wrong?
I went to see Nick after I saw Mother.
You argued.
He wouldn't listen.
Maybe he just needs to process this, just like we do. Let's give him some more time.
We just can't leave all this in limbo.
Of course not, but we can't force him to make a decision.
It shouldn't be his decision. It's our life, our future. We're married, Logan. We're a family, and we want this kid to be a part of that. Why would he fight that?
It's not just him, it's your mother, too, and Jackie.
Well, we're going to have to make them realize that we're doing the right thing then.
And we will. There's not much that we can do tonight.
No, I didn't want to get into it.
It's okay. I want you to talk to me when you're upset about something.
I'm just really stressed.
I'm sorry.
It's not you, Logan. It's the situation. Dr. Paxton called us in for the test results. I thought that was going to be the end of all the drama. We'd finally be able to relax and get on with our lives. Now, I don't know when that's going to happen.
Did your mother say something to discourage you?
I'm not discouraged. If we have to take on the whole world to make this work, Logan, I say bring it on.
I don't want to cause a rift between you and your family.
Hey, they know how much we love each other, how much we're going to love this baby.
Still feels right, doesn't it? I know what the test said, but when I think about this baby,
Nothing's going to get in the way of our happiness, Logan. We've waited too long. Nobody is going to take it away from us.
you feel so good. This feels so right.
I can't.
What?
I want to. God, more than you know. I can't. Oh.
Did I do something?
No, Logan, it's not you. It's me.
I don't understand.
I'm sorry.
The baby.
Doesn't make any sense. My heart still tells me that I can love this baby. Like nothing's changed. I still feel connected to him. Then I remember. He's my brother's child. Oh, what's wrong with me? God. Logan. I love you. I love you. That's never gonna change.
But you can't make love to me.
Maybe it's just today. All this stuff I've been dealing with Nick and my mother and...
And what if it's not? What if this is how you're always going to feel? All I ever wanted to do was make you happy. And I promised you that.
And I promised you that whatever happened, we'd get through it. Together. And we're going to. It's gonna be tough. We can do this. We can do this, right? We can do this. We cannot let this beat us. We can't let this beat us.